Rising far higher than could be seen by the eye was a mighty mountain so tall that it scraped the sky. And nestled beneath the shady pine trees on that mighty mountain, there was a sleepy village, quite quaint. And at the far end of the sleepy village was a little cabin that needed some new paint. And inside the little cabin lived an eccentric old man who nobody knew. The villagers saw him as an outsider, different from me and from you. Now, why did the villagers think that he was eccentric? Perhaps it was because he listened to scratchy music on ancient contraptions. His dog Luna seemed to enjoy it. But the villagers, on the other hand, thought that it was an awful distraction. Or so it seemed. Or perhaps they thought he was weird because he loved to eat bubblegum ice cream in the afternoon rain. The villagers all thought there was something clearly wrong with his brain, or so it seemed. Perhaps they thought he was strange because when the rain cleared for the day, he would say goodbye to Luna and begin a journey that took him far, far away. He would finally return late in the night, which was quite mysterious. Sadly, not even one villager was the slightest bit curious, or so it seemed. Now, if the villagers had only asked, he would have been happy to share, for he loved to tell the stories of his important job to anyone that might care. He'd often stand in the middle of the road with a smile that would glisten and wait hours just for a car to stop and listen. But nobody stopped, nobody listened, nobody cared. The only one who wanted to listen was his dog Luna, but she was hearing impaired. Or so it seemed. If the villagers had only listened, they would have learned of the most incredible creatures that he frequently saw. If they had only listened, they would have learned that not far away were glorious sights that would have them in awe. If they had only listened, they would have learned of the wondrous job that only he knew how to do. A job that was immensely important to me and to you. But instead of being amazed by the orb of magical light, most of the villagers were annoyed and blinded as they tucked in for the night. The only one who usually didn't mind was his dog, Luna, who was not only deaf, but also quite blind. Or so it seemed. One day, the old man was gone. There was no more scratchy music on ancient contraptions to hear. No more bubblegum ice cream in the afternoon rain that he loved so dear. But also missing, and no longer in sight, was the magical moon that lit up the night. Or so it seemed.